Welcome. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
It's great to be here, be a part of
Welcome.
this.
Hi,
So I'm going
Marie.
to go ahead and share my screen and kind of go ahead and get started. Let me kind of get situated real quick. A second. So what I want to show you guys, what we loved about Accudemia is it's really freed us up, and that's kind of the purpose of my conversation today with you all. We are located about 45 minutes north of New Orleans. We're a regional university. We have about 15,000 students, give or take. And when I first took over this position a couple of years ago, we had 5 GAs. Everything was basically paper, pencil. The tracking software we were using was very difficult to use. And when we brought on Accudemia in the fall of 2020, it really eased up our strain on us. I was able to lose some of my GAs, so I'm down to 3 GAs, which freed up money for me to do other things. The paperwork is 10 times easier. Tracking information for the university is much easier. But the thing that I love about Accudemia the most is that it's freed us up to improve our services. So I see myself as the Assistant Director of Southeastern with the Tinsley Learning Center. My main purpose is to provide quality academic resources to the students at Southeastern, but to also, as the largest employer of student athletes on campus, is to provide professional development for my tutors. So with Accudemia's help, we've been able to implement a professional badging program for our student workers. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the badges, and Rachel, can you all see that?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I'm only seeing your desktop.
Okay, let me try. I'm hitting share screen. Let's see.
Okay. Let's see. It's possible you were only sharing the one window.
Got the wrong one. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect. I'm sorry, I had hit the wrong screen.
Okay.
So these are the badges that we created. There's lots of, and I'm sure lots of universities are doing this, that you do these badging systems. I know I was using one that was let me do a trial. It was called Suitable. But with Accudemia, I'm now able to use the information from there to input into our badging system. So this badging system we created is using Moodle. That is our platform here at the university. And we created a program that's based on the 8 NACE competencies. And so you can see those competencies right here. And we created activities to go along with those competencies. So for example, right here in oral written communication, some of the things that we use from that, from Accudemia, my students have to do a professional commercial about themselves. They have to create a professional email to be sent out, and our students have been able to do that with their tutoring assessment forms. So a tutoring assessment form, let me show you those. Looks like this. And with these forms, we created these, and my students, my tutors, as they do a session, they create these forms, and I'll click on one of our session forms right now. This one right here. So she had to go ahead and start off her session with a SMART goal. So that goes, we're a CRLA level 2 certified lab. So of course we're doing our SMART goals, and they had to do the SMART goal. They do a scale of understanding to get the students thinking about metacognition in their learning. And then they also create a list of things that their students can do after the session. And you can scroll down here and see the different things that she suggested. The students can then take this tutoring assessment form. They come down here on the screen, they copy that, and then they just can do a message and send it to their clients. So the clients know exactly what their goal was, where did they start off in their scale of understanding, where did they finish, and then what we love is the list of activities. Hey, go do this, 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 and this to help to improve your skills and whatever concept they were working on. So we love the tutoring assessment forms. That goes into my badging program and the communication aspect of it. The other thing we liked about the session logs with we call them our tutoring assessment forms, is that we're able to leave comments with our tutors. So right here, this is one of my GAs, and she's telling this tutor, hey, great TAF, we're impressed by the time you put into your clients to get what they need. So we like this this conversation that goes back and forth between my GAs, myself, and the tutors and our students who attend. So we love the tutoring assessment forms that we created in Accudemia. Going back to my badge, the other thing that we're doing with our badge, we talk about our technology. And so technology, Accudemia is one of those platforms that the students have to be well versed in. So we have to see that they're using it correctly. Our tutors have to clock in and out. We track their tutor hours for CRLA purposes. And we love, I love that report. Let me find that report real quick. We love that report. So this is the report that we create we do this every month, and then we have a Google Doc that we put this information in. And it's a great way to see where my students are spending time. And I especially, like you can see right here, 9 hours, that session went 9 hours. Well, you know that's incorrect. So that was probably something that they forgot to sign out. So it goes into that professionalism aspect of, you know, you're clocking in. We use Workday for our students to get employed. You have to clock in and out of Workday to be paid properly. You have to clock in and out of Accudemia for that professionalism. So it's making students be more mindful of those little minute details and getting them ready for the workforce. So we absolutely love the tutor hours report. We love the reports. They're fantastic to see and easy to use for our tracking purposes for CRLA. The other thing, let's see what I want to show you. This bar is like right where I need to be. This is another report that we create with the session comments. So I can go here, I can see which GAs are talking to my tutors, what they're saying, and so it's really been a very nice little report for me to check to see how my GAs are interacting with our tutors. Another thing that we love about Accudemia is our surveys. So let me find that survey form. We created this survey form in the very beginning of the semester. And so anytime a student logs into our kiosk to go to their very first session, they have to complete this form. And this form, we came up with the things that the expectations we want to see out of our clients, the expectations that we want to see out of our tutors. So for example, when we're talking about coming prepared, we have this actually printed up by our kiosk for our students to look at. I have it in our Moodle page as a resource for my tutors. So if we have a client who's not coming in prepared, my tutors can have that difficult conversation about you need to come prepared, because it says here in the agreement that you signed at the beginning of your at the beginning of the semester that you were going to adhere to our policies and procedures. So we have everything in here we need to talk about with COVID. We talk about the tutor's role here, what they can and cannot do, and being respectful to the other people in your sessions. So that's been a really nice help too, and everybody's on the same page. We all know what is expected and what we can do and cannot do in our sessions. So Accudemia has been fantastic, y'all. I just literally went through the whole State Department of trying to get all of my old documents destroyed. We have been shredding paper now for about 2 months. I don't have to do that anymore with Accudemia. I can't tell you how much of a relief that is. We have the iCloud version, which is very nice. So as I said, we're located in Louisiana, and we have had 2 really horrendous years of hurricanes where we're shut down. So for example, with Hurricane Ida, we were shut down for 3 weeks. Our schools sustained heavy damages from the hurricane. But I was able to do everything from, actually we moved to Tennessee temporarily because we had no power or anything. So I was able to do everything with my lab from Tennessee. So I love the way that we are able to do that. My old system, I would have had to come into work and log in, which would have been impossible, you know, with the damages that were done to the university. So Accudemia has been a great way. It's freed us up. It's allowed us to go and provide better services. We're more in our tutoring sessions. We've provided professional development for all of our tutors now. So it's been a great thing for us. So that's all I have. Does anyone have any questions?
Great, that was great, Marie. Thank you so much. I'm very impressed by how thoroughly you're using it. While we're waiting to see if any audience members have any questions, I do have a question. One of the big things I hear from from clients who are interested in implementing Accudemia in this way or to this level, is they're just busy and there are so many other priorities and they don't know if they have the time. And also the secondary concern is with buy-in from the people who would actually have to use the system, the support staff or the tutors. So I'd be curious to know about how the timeline was with the implementation of this and how the buy-in has been from the tutors.
It's so funny you say that. I've been in this role, I guess I came on in July of 2019, and in that process we were moving into a new building. It was very, I totally changed what we did and what my predecessor, nothing against what she did, but it's totally different. And we became a CRLA level 2 certified school since we've taken over. We've brought back SI, so lots and lots of change going on. So I kind of had that perfect storm. My boss was wonderful. She said, make a list of what you need to accomplish this week, this month, maybe the next 3 months, maybe the semester, the year. And so I made that list of what needed to be done. I always wanted to do some type of professional development, but I could not do that until last semester. I had to pick and choose what was the most critical. And for me, having a system that was easy for my students to log into, my old system, and you can, Nick and Jorge, they walked me through this. We didn't start using Accudemia for students to clock in until last fall. So I was a nervous wreck about that, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's going to be a hot mess. It was the easiest transition. When I do my surveys, they talk about how easy it is to log into Accudemia, to sign up for sessions. So for me, those people who are out there new coming into this role, make a list. What's the top priority? And for me, it was very easy to get buy-in because it was just a hot mess what we had. So my GAs that were helping me were like, yeah, what else can we use? They were spending their days just processing paperwork. And I'm telling you, with Accudemia, I've gone from 5 GAs to 3 GAs, which has allowed me now, I focused on getting that CRLA certification and to implement pay raises based on that level of certification. So the money that I had going to pay GAs, I've now been able to use. I used it to actually pay for my subscription to Accudemia and to also give another pay raise to my tutors based on their level of certification. So yeah, buy-in, you have to believe in the program and just make that list. It'll be easy to do.
Thank you so much, Marie. Does anyone else have any questions?
I know one that had came up.
Go ahead, Nick.
From a client. We recently met online and we're trying to discuss like strategies with having more face-to-face and still having COVID lingering around or whatever. Like, was there anything, like I saw you had a question in part of the survey that they took, but was there anything that you guys implemented to kind of know like how what their level of vaccination was, or did you guys have any kind of policies like they had to be vaccinated or?
Yes, our university, I chuckle, our university does have a vaccination policy, but it's kind of one of those things that when they register, just like with the normal vaccinations you had as a child, you have to prove that, or you can dispute saying your reason as to why you don't want to be vaccinated. So technically we're not forcing vaccinations because they can just easily write a letter saying as to why they're not being vaccinated. So what I can control here in my lab is that they have to be masked up. That is a university policy. They have to be masked up. We have COVID procedures in place with my tutors and my SI leaders on sanitizing. So our school has been wonderful. We have air purifiers throughout my building. My environmental provides me with all the sanitizing things that I need. Mask, I have extra mask on hand. So it is mandated. That's the only thing that I can control. There are things that's out of my control. Our university, we are a brick and mortar school. We are not an online school, and our enrollment hurt between the hurricanes and COVID. It really has hurt, and so the university really wants people back in class. We did a little bit of stuff online. in the heart of COVID, the beginning of COVID, but we've been basically back in person.
Great, thank you.